Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. I think I'm watching too many YouTube videos, too many YouTube channels, and the other day I watched TFL channel. I think they're from Utah or Colorado, I'm not sure. And they just bought themselves another toy. Brand new 2025 4Runner. I started watching the video. It was something like, how will new 4Runner behave in the snow, something like that. And it was a long video. When I saw the interior, when he showed the interior, I didn't even like the outside, but first it was covered in snow. I saw the interior, I just left. I was very disappointed with the design, and obviously the prices are insane for these vehicles. Not sure if he disclosed the exact price, but basically it made me thinking, what's about this generation, this modern looking generation of 4Runner, which we are seeing right here in 2025, isn't actually this 2016 4Runner, Toyota 4Runner, the best 4Runner ever made at this moment for the money? It may be. And I know I immediately offended people who has a 1997, that timeless 4Runner, which never ages. It's gorgeous. And we had one in the shop. I filmed it for you with 500,000 miles. They just keep running with that V6 5BZ FE, but it has timing belt. Here we have a modern 1GR FE with timing chain. So basically it is almost maintenance free, at least the expensive maintenance free. You don't pay every 80,000 miles timing belt job for $1,200. So I'm thinking, this may be right now the best bang for the money. It's very modern. It's nicer looking than that 2025, but that's subjective. Somebody might like it. I don't. I was pretty discouraged and I actually quit the video. I like what these dudes are filming. It's pretty entertaining. Most of the time you always learn something because they keep buying that brand new stuff. They bought the Tacoma brand new. They always try to be the first ones, so they get the views and everything. That's what they do. They have obviously a bunch of money. They are smarter than I am. Oh yeah, private stuff. Okay, that's not private enough that I will have to erase this. I'm just showing you up. Extremely great vehicle, very modern. Backup camera, obviously. Hidden windshield wiper underneath that spoiler. Roof racks. That's what you expect from basically a weekender. Well, it's a daily. Obviously, this is daily and weekender. You can go off-roading with these vehicles. And it's very modern. This one, I believe, has 89,000 miles on the odometer. Let's hop in and see how it looks. The only modern thing I think on this one is missing is the push start button. This still has the key which does start the vehicle, which you will have in the 2025 4Runner. Again, I believe there are no private items here visible, so I will just keep filming this. I will be not afraid to buy for reliability, absolutely not, and I can recommend you if you find a good example in great shape with service history. You might pay pretty penny for it, but You will most likely pay half or less for this with only 89,000 miles. Cruising range south, it shows we are facing south, which is correct. I scroll through the menus, it says it actually averages here in the town. This is not a highway, so in the town 17.1 miles per gallon, which is absolutely doable for heavy, rugged four-wheel drive vehicle, in my opinion. This one has beautiful leather steering. The seats are cloth, but excellent seats. I rather have these cloth seats than the leather option. Now, for off-road maniacs, it has an electric locker rear diff. It has a crawling speed adjustment. Aha, you don't see it. Shoot, let me switch the metering. Yep, now we are in center. So you have a speed crawling for the off-roading, but you have also adjustable sway bars. So this is extra in this vehicle. And yeah, this is loaded with goodies. Extremely practical, extremely great, I will say, truck. Automatic here, manual selector. I mean, this has to satisfy every off-road enthusiast, in my opinion, and you will be paying or financing just half price. So what do you say? Isn't this incredible? Just really quickly, the rear seats, I didn't show it. The owners, they have dogs, so they have this nice cover here. Isn't this fantastic, practical vehicle? I think it's incredible. The rims are gorgeous. Electric seat. It's fantastic. What do you say? Here we can have a brief look underneath the hood. So it still has a hydraulic power steering, engine air filter, secondary air injection valve, coolant windshield reservoir, as previously, cooling fan clutch. So the cooling fan is manual, still not electric. It's a 1G RFE model. Entire hydraulic unit. Fortunately, they don't have any problems like a third generation of Priuses. So there should be no costly repairs on this unit. Battery, obviously, relays and fuses. So very great standard. These engines are basically bulletproof. They don't have any problems, and it's almost maintenance free because of the design with a timing chain and not the timing belt, which was in the older 4Runners with V6 5VZFE 3.4 liter engine. So this is way less maintenance. The tour will be not full without going underneath the vehicle, don't you think? And you will see the only unusual thing, you see it probably immediately. If you are the owner of 4Runner or you are enthusiasts, you're like, why is this such a huge beefy sway bar? Well, because this is vehicle which has adjustable sway bars. It's a hydraulic system. You can see the lines here. Here is the dust boot visible, and it will be on the front and the rear. Other than that, it's a business as usual. Struts, upper arms, lower control arms. Always have to pay attention to those bushings. CV axles. Front diff hidden underneath this. Again, the other side. The brakes are still 2 to 3 millimeters, so That doesn't have to be done today. Automatic transmission. Now, I was moving the shop and you see that horrible mess. I still didn't finish everything. And this is what is really rubbing me the wrong way. He went to the premier oil change place. And they did. And look, on everything, they did the oil and filter change, engine oil filter and change, but they were apparently poking around. So I serviced this vehicle for these owners for the last 2 or 3 years, and this is what you get from these places which just want upsell, and they make a mess. So sealed automatic transmission, overflow drain plug. Well, this was dry when I last worked on it. Look at this. Here we have a transmission support. We have a transfer case, which sends the power to the front. It has a loop point. Of course, as they are rushing, they said, oh, this vehicle doesn't have any grease points. That's in the paperwork. I will show you, but whatever. So it was greased in the past. I just made a video about greasing it. This is all messed up, dirty, from somebody's socket. His socket was so dirty, it put all that crap on it. They didn't touch this, they just look here. So now we have this dirt here. I will skip, and that's why I'm mad. I'm sorry, guys. Look at this. This was a dry rear diff. It was always dry because there was a correct washer and there was no leakage. Now it's seeping. Why is the oil spilled all over the sway bar? I mean, I'm so sick and tired of these places. They have zero respect. They just want to rip you off as hard as they can, and that's all what they care about. I'm so tired of it. You have no idea how I'm sick and tired of it. And this is all because I was moving and I couldn't take them in for that oil change. Unfreaking believable. This is seeping. Okay, sorry for that. I'm tired of what's happening around us, what's happening to your vehicles when you bring it to these people. Unbelievable. So, transfer case, the old school. Send the power to the front diff. It's under the cover. That's a usual. You have a one-piece propeller shaft to the back. You always check your U-joints for a play. This vehicle has relatively low miles. We don't expect anything in it. Again, there's a grease point in it. Now we are coming back. Toyota shocks, Toyota springs, coil springs. These are all the trailing arms. And again, here we go. You don't see this very often. This is that hydraulic system for adjustable sway bars. Normally it's not so thick. This is unusual. You having a rare chance to see this, a rare option. I don't see this very often. It's very rare, at least in my book. I did the rear brakes recently, so they are almost brand new. But look at this. This is actively seeping and the oil is spilled all over here. Can you tell me why? Of course, as they rush, they only check what is convenient to them. They said, oh, it doesn't have a rear windshield wiper, but it's hidden underneath there, underneath that spoiler. They said no grease points. They checked only engine air filter and they didn't check the cabin air filter because It's just too much work and it takes too much time. People have stuff in the glove boxes, then you have to remove all this plastic stuff and so on. So they just skip it. They say not applicable. We don't care about that, but we certainly would like to sell you front diff, transmission, transfer case and rear diff, and also brakes are getting slowly low, so we would like to sell that to you too. And as you can imagine, I'm taking care of them, so that transmission fluid is new only 20,000 miles ago. We did complete fluid replacement, flush, it's brand new. They are saying that's contaminated and it should be done. And they leave this mess here. The next thing I didn't see. This plastic belongs above this metal and it has 2 10mm screws and 1 plastic fastener. They tucked it underneath this. And last but not least, look what they gave the owners. The oil is actively dripping here. That's a result of the engine oil and filter change. This blows my mind. Every day I discover these things. This car, guys, before it went there was absolutely dry, as you can see everywhere else. There's no oil anywhere. It was dry, it was perfect. Now it's in this shape because the premier oil stop did their work. I will go ahead, take my phone and take pictures of all of it, so just the owner knows what they got. The service was $127 all change, and this is the results of it. Incredible. And if we thought that was all, it's not. I remove this 12mm bolt which holds this skid plate for servicing that transfer case. Well, you can see there is that print, the dry, there's no mud around it, but that bolt was not there. It's missing. They lost it. And hopefully this is the last item we will discover. This engine oil drain plug, and the washer is leaking oil too. You can clearly see it. Yep, what else to say? Everything they touched is screwed up. That was shocking, wasn't it? I better grab a good cup of coffee to calm down. I feel immediately better.